Good evening, everyone. This is Sahvanna, and welcome to Soul's Journey Sunday. Usually this is my time slot, so I am here, but today we have a special guest who's going to really be kind of taking over tonight. I'm going to bring her on, and we're going to do a little interview, but she's going to be taking your calls, and she actually is a new host, and she's going to be starting on Thursday of this week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So her name is Sid, and she was here before with us. She actually did a morning segment, and I don't know if any of you got to hear it on replay, but she's an amazing and gifted psychic. She's a master clairvoyant, and not only that, but she's compassionate, and she's just an awesome person. So I'm so happy to have her here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Psychic Sid. Hi, Sid.
Hi, I am. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back.
Oh, it's great to have you, and everyone's so excited for your debut show. So this is just your intro to everyone, and I'm going to kind of hang around in the background and help you out here for your first show. And for those of us that didn't get to catch the morning show that we did together a few weeks back, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'd love to. I am a master clairvoyant. I've been 100% clairvoyant ever since I was born in this life, and I have, over the years, brought myself into the public eye. I've worked with numerous police agencies around the country, or actually around the world. I run a 98.7% accuracy rate, and in my work, I've done a lot of changing and a lot of growing of my career and the path that I've taken, and it's changed in such a way that I want to be able to provide all of the things that I have, all of the knowledge that I have from the universe, from God, from our soul source, to be able to share that with people, for them to be able to have their best life out there. I think it's really important that people learn about themselves, that they're able to attain information for themselves, not only from somebody that's gifted like myself and many others out there, but they need to be able to learn about who they are in it and to be able to make those decisions about who they are. So my job has changed into being able to assist the public and to assist individuals on their path in their greatest way for them to be able to have all the life and the lifestyle that they want to have. I'm a person that recognizes miracles inside of somebody, and I bring that to the forefront. Individuals can see themselves as that miracle, and then we bring it life for them to be able to make the decisions in their life and put their life together where they need to. So it's a phenomenal opportunity for other people out there and myself as well.
Isn't it? Don't you find the more that we can give to others and help show them their path, the happier and the clearer our path becomes, it seems?
Oh, very much so, very much so. And just for myself personally, it's all about, I came here in this lifetime to be able to give and to serve, and it's so awesome to watch people transform into their life, into their highest potential. I get all jazzed up about it. My life gets excited. Their life gets excited. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. And the thing that I find that's so important out there is that when people are able to attain for themselves the things that they have learned, the things that they have grown, the things that they have been able to accomplish, then all they want to do is share it. So it becomes a passing forward or people giving themselves permission to help other people. They want to assist other people. So they can assist their families, they can assist their friends, they can assist strangers, they can assist so many other people as well. So it just becomes a perpetual motion forward. I assist them, they assist somebody else. Those people get permission to assist other people. So it turns out to be, just a really joyous event. It's awesome. And I watch people wanting to.
It's wonderful. Mm-hmm. That's so wonderful, Sid, what you're doing. And I totally agree with it. We feel here at Soul's Journey Radio, if we can just try to shift the collective consciousness a little bit, and shine that light, what a difference in the world it would make. Because if we can all kind of, like you said, pass it forward, wow, it would be amazing. So a collective.
Well, and the thing, right. Yeah, I watch people and when I see people when they're sad, or when they're upset, or when they're miserable, or their lives just aren't full, it's because deep down inside of our souls, all we want to do is give love. We want to have permission to live our authentic self and to be able to share it and to give forth. And when we're denied that right, when we put ourselves into circumstances and situations where we can't give, we're not able to give to our loved ones or to our families or to our friends or even in our businesses, when we're not being able to live our fullest potential, our souls start to wither. We get sad, we get upset, we get lost in our own right, and it makes people ill, it makes people sick, it makes people very, very depressed and miserable. And it really is because they're just not able to give, because that's all we really came here to do. Each and every one of us just wants to be able to love well, to love abundantly, and to love fully those individuals that are in our lives and the people that we haven't even met yet. People on the street, those individuals that we have not had, the chance to meet at the grocery store. Just being nice and sharing that forward is what makes everybody happy. And everybody gets upset when they can't. So by giving them that opportunity, by creating an opportunity space in their own life to be able to share and to be able to love and to be able to receive that love, then people just immediately their lives change. They become so full and so happy. They walk around with, a gleam in their eye and a kick in their step, and they're just nice.
It's like
they're happy.
It's like the light turns on. Exactly.
Exactly. So each and every one of us have the ability to do that. We just get very afraid when we're children. We learn when we're little that we want to do the things that our parents want us to do. Our society and school tells us, no, you can't do that. No, we can't do this. So we have to get rid of all of that programming, all of those things that have stopped us from being our true self and our authentic self and our loving self. And when we're old enough to be able to start getting rid of that, all of that programming and all of those behaviors, the only thing we want to do is love. If you look at little kids running around, they'll just come up and give you a hug. They're like, hi, Sid, and they'll give you a big hug. And I'm like, hi, you're darling. So being adults, instead of being afraid of it, being afraid of rejection and being afraid that society's not going to take us the right way, or we're going to step on somebody's toes, or whatever thought processes that we've been putting in our minds, giving ourselves just the ability to love, just that one small and absolutely huge task, just being able to say, I have so much value here, and I want to be able to just share it. I want to share my love with people. And people start changing around you. They will immediately change around you. They can't help it because they want to have love. They want to love themselves. They want to be able to give love to other people. And just by living that path and in an authentic way and in a powerful way, people get their permission. And everybody's lives change. It's just absolutely, it seems so simple, and it's one of the hardest and the grandest and most fantastic things we can ever do in our life.
Absolutely.
Is just to be able to share who we are.
And it's true what you're saying, and we all have that little child that's still inside of us that wants that. So I guess in a way you're also helping them reach back and find that little child that just wants to love and be loved. So that's
Absolutely.
Amazing. Your work is amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Now, another thing about you, you don't work directly with spirit guides, or you can, or deceased loved ones. You're able to, but you told me something last time we were on. You actually go a step higher. You go to a higher plane than the spirit guides or even the master teachers. Could you tell us a little bit about your communication and where you're getting your messages from?
Absolutely. I have the ability. I came here with complete soul's knowledge of the ability to tap into a universal knowledge source, and it is the God force, the God force field out there, and it's the collective consciousness. It's the higher consciousness of what the God universe wants for us. Okay, what God really wants for us, who we are, what we've signed here to do. And so, because I have that ability, which very few people do, but as a master, I have given permission which you actually have to have permission in order to receive information from those levels. I have permission to be able to read from that place. So when I'm reading for people, when I'm getting information for our cultures, for our earth, for our world, for individuals, for communities, I get that strictly from that source, and that's the only place that I gain information from. I can be a medium. I can get information from people that have passed on from the astral level. I can use your guides if I need to use those. I have 37 guides of my own that come here with me to help assist me in my life. But because the information can be limited, because the information can be from a human's ability to be able to understand it, I go to a higher level. There's no need for me to go to the lower level sources. Not that they're not worthy. I'm not saying that they're not. They're very outstanding. But because I have the ability to go to that higher level, of course, that's the only place that I attain information from. That's where I speak from. That's where I live from. That's where I give and guide information to everybody out there. That's where I stay in a complete commitment to that path from that level, in every part of my being. So anytime I'm having conversations with somebody, sharing what they need to know about their life, about their loved ones, about what they're here to do, it's always from that source. It's always from that source. And it's an honor to be able to do it. Believe me, I'm very humble and very honored to be able to have that right. Because like I said, not too many people are even allowed.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's a great honor for me to have that and to be able to bring it forth and to be able to share it. You know, they even grant permission to be able to share it with people. So
right. Well, I'm
very
sure
honored, very humbled about it.
I'm sure before you came into this lifetime, it was all pre-planned for you to be able to do this work. So you're
yes, it's so awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well,
yes.
I want to remind everyone that the lines are open to speak to Sid tonight. And we have two lines open. We have area code 646-595-4473. And then our second line, which is already all filling up, is 724-444-7444. And there's a call ID number of 24868#. Well, Sid, I mean, we can talk for hours, I'm sure. It's fascinating what you're talking about. If you'd like to take a call, because we already have a full board, and I'm sure people would.
Yeah, you know what? I absolutely would like to, and I would like to share with people out there, because there's so many people that want to talk to me, and I could spend a half an hour per call easily with people. If we can just have a couple, like a specific question for them, not necessarily, Sid, can you tell me my life, but some specific questions so that I can get to a number of individuals today, because I'd like to be able to get as many people as I possibly can so that we can move kind of quickly through it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to go for one specific question and be mindful of our time since there are so many people on hold. And let's take our first call for Toronto. Hi, Toronto, you're on the air.
Sahvanna.
Hello, is this my friend Geisha?
It's your girl.
Yes, how are you, darling?
Great, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm so excited for Sid to talk to you.
I know. Every time you have somebody new and exciting and fabulous, I always call in.
Yes, I'm glad. Do you have a question for her tonight?
Hi, Sid.
Good evening. Hi. Your name is Geisha?
Geisha, yeah, like the Japanese.
Awesome. Very nice to meet you. What can I tell you today?
I always ask about love. So anything you get.
That's because you are the hopeless romantic and that you do want your soulmate. You know, honey, let me teach you the difference between something, and I think that you have to. I just want to educate you about something out there, and everybody can listen whether they understand it or whether they don't. There are two different types. Well, there's many types of love, many types of levels of relationships, but a lot of people out there keep using the term soulmate. They want their soulmate. They want the person that they're destined to be with. Mm-hmm. And there's another level that's actually higher, and that's called a twin soul. somebody who is the exact mirror or the same soul as you, a male in a man's body and the female in the female's body, but the soul actually splits apart. And it's a higher level, and it's a level that the only time that they can come together and be in a lifetime together and actually live fully with each other is when they live of service to God. And that they've become their highest potential by themselves, individually and separately, and then they come together so that they do the exact same thing. It literally is a mirror image of who you are. And you have a tendency to keep remembering that. Your soul has a sadness to it, and it's a longing, and it's a yearning, and it's a complete remembrance and recognition of that there's somebody out there that you haven't yet met, or somebody out there that is your fullest, ultimate relationship. But in order to find that, it's very important to recognize for yourself that the more service that you can provide, when you can become your wholest self, that's when that's going to come in, okay? How old are you right now, darling?
I am 39.
Okay. Because I'm hearing within the next 4 years that the relationships that you've been having, the relationships that you have and have not had yet at this point in time are going to be shifting. They're going to be changing. And they're going to get very, very, very spiritual, and they're going to get very strong. But it's going to have to do with travel. You have to travel to meet this individual. So the relationships that you can be in right now, or that you've been in, those are going to go by the wayside because they're just not enough. You have a tremendous ability to be able to love. You're very free with your love, and you're very, very committed in that ability to love very fully. But most people don't know how to receive that quite yet, and so what you're looking for is somebody that loves like you do. And you haven't found it. You can have relationships. You can have relationships. We don't have a problem with that, but you always have a tendency to have relationships that you have to teach. You're always in relationships where you have to teach them how to love. And so what we're looking for you is the ability to be able to have that relationship where you don't have to teach at all, that it just is the two of you instead of working on the relationship, that you meet and you're moving together, going on that path of service. So it's not about the relationship. It's about sharing that bountiful ability to love so fully and to move forward in it, and that person does it identically. And you're just looking for your twin. Like I said, in the next 4 years, that's going to happen, but you need to be very, very, very diligent about your path and your path of service and to get the most that you can be for yourself. You're very fine being alone, but who wants to go through their life alone? You just want that mate, okay? And it's coming, but it's going to take travel, and it's going to take your physical commitment to being all of that you can be, and that's how you meet them, because they're doing the exact same thing that you are, okay?
I think being of service is probably what resonates most, because I think that's what I'm trying to concentrate on now.
Yes, it is, and for you, I see a dichotomy with you. It's quite similar to me, but you can be so independent, and you keep thinking that you should do of your service by yourself because you're so solid, just one. Okay, when I read you, you're a one person. Okay, and so you have a tendency to not gather many, many, many people around you. You can be selective with the people that you have around you, but you need help to be of service. You're going to need assistance. You're going to need people that can help assist you. So you must start thinking, and I'm hearing the word must, you must start thinking that there's a community out there that's waiting for you, that can assist you, that can share with you all of their paths. So it's a network. It's a network coming to you. So you must start recognizing it's okay to have all those other people coming together with you. You can still do your own independent work, which is very important because you're really good at it. But you need those other individuals. They can help assist you. So start thinking in the terms of expanding your territory, being more available, and gathering those people and those groups of individuals for you to be able to share fully, okay?
Sid, that's amazing. I have absolutely, that's what resonates. I'm looking for the right organization, the right community to serve with. And when I'm writing manifestation letters, I always write that I will serve alongside my twin flame, so everything you've said is beautiful.
Yes, darling, we know.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, we know you want your twin, and it's so funny because all of the information, they're like, yes, we know she does. Yes, we know she does. She talks about it all the time. We're trying to get her there. So they hear you. They're quite clear about it. They already know that that's what you're looking for.
Yes. Absolutely.
And they're like, okay, she can stop asking because we've heard her. But it's coming.
I know, it's true.
Oh, how darling is that? And not everybody. I disagree with Plato. Plato actually said, that everyone has a twin. I disagree.
I do too.
Some people are. Yeah, some people are not at the level to be able to split yet. And when I meet somebody who is on that level that their soul has actually split, I feel it instantly. And you have ascended to that place so that you can. Your soul's advancement has already gone through that process. So every time that I see it, when I'm like, oh, my body just instantly hurts because they just ache inside.
Yeah, Sid, I've been having that longing, that sadness.
It's longing.
Absolutely.
It's so deep. Mm-hmm. And it's not mental. It's not mental.
No, and I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah.
No, it's not mental sadness. It's not emotional sadness. It's deep soul level yearning and aching to be reunited. And when you have that level of reunited, that the soul keeps trying to return home to its twin, and it keeps pushing you to the place that you have to be in order to advance to the place for you guys to return back to each other. Because God gets two for the price of one, which is a fantastic thing. But that soul's aching, and it's deep down inside of your solar plexus. I can feel it in my body. My body immediately goes, oh. It's not heartache. It's not mental. It's not an emotional thing. It's not a mental thing. It's deep, deep inside of your soul, and your soul's trying to return to the place of recognition, that place of coming home, that place of reuniting. And it's a reunion, and it's a reuniting. So it just continues to search. It continues to push, and it continues to yearn. And it's very painful. And your mind, no matter what your mind says, your mind has to let go of it and say, I'm guided every day to find this person, whether your mind and the circumstances are showing up in that exact way or not. And you can think you're crazy. You can think you're crazy a gazillion times, and you can try to explain it to other people, and they're not going to understand it because they just don't live in that existence. I am a twin, and I can feel it instantly in somebody who is, and you are, and that's why you're looking for that, and that's why you keep saying that you will walk and do your service next to your twin, but you must do your service before him. You must do your service before him so that he can find you. That's the only way that you guys can come together, is finding each other because you're already doing exactly what he's doing, okay?
I've been getting that message lately, so that's what I've been focusing on. And just to let you know, I've been alone for 11 years now working on myself.
Good girl.
Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Yeah, you're welcome, honey. Let's do a little bit of playing with you now instead. I'm a firm believer out there. Everybody out there, I'm a firm believer that when we need work, and when we need to shift ourselves and to work hard on ourselves, that we must do it. I mean, one way or another, we're going to do it. If not, the universe is going to come in and slap us alongside the head and say, "Do your work." So we must do it. But there's also a time to play. There's also a time to live that instead of working so hard. So right now, start enjoying sharing and playing right now, and using those terms for yourself, and enjoying along the way instead of working so hard. Give yourself a little bit of rest, okay?
Okay. Thank you for all the beautiful affirmations. You said it so beautifully. And Sahvanna, thank you again for taking my call.
You're welcome. Anytime, Geisha.
Have a beautiful night.
Geisha, blessings to you, my friend.
Thank you, Sid. Many blessings to you. I'll talk to you again, okay?
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Wow, those were some great messages, Sid. Right on the nose.
Isn't it wonderful when somebody's just so open and they're very clear about their past? Not everybody's clear about their past. That's what we were talking about in the beginning.
That's true.
Is that in order to be able to see who we are, we need to be clear about it and live our authentic self. And she's living her authentic self. And as a matter of fact, she states it every day that she wants to be of service and walk with her twin. And so it just makes it so clear. And there's consequences that go with, obviously, living who you are, living what that is. But it's so bountiful and it's so huge when we do that our life, no matter what, comes together. It's wonderful to see somebody that is really clear. It's a nice call.
She's very clear. Not an ounce of resistance in her. I know that for sure. Okay, let's take
Wonderful.
Michael in California. Here he is. Hey, Michael.
Hi, Sahvanna. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, and I'll agree with that previous call. Right on the money.
Yes, absolutely.
So outstanding. It's Sid, pleasure to talk to you.
Well, thank you. And myself. How are you tonight?
I'm doing really well. I've had a really good day. Really have. It's been one of those days of just self-awareness where I've just isolated myself, because I need to sometimes, and just spent a day mostly meditation and reading some good books and just taking it very slowly, because I do have a tendency to be rushed into things. But I'll get into my question.
Yeah, well, you just actually, Michael, you just jump into things.
Yes, I do.
It's not necessarily rushing. You just dive in. You're like, oh, let's see that, because you like to live by experience. It works for you.
It really does. It really does. And I'll tell you, my recent my recent experiences have been really just turning around my acceptance of my own spirituality, my own love. And up until recently, I have been the epitome of the workaholic. In fact, it's been probably 6 years since I've taken more than 3 or 4 days off of work. But now I'm taking weekends off, and that's huge. And I really know that it is huge for me. To take a whole day off was huge at one point, just a couple of weeks ago. And but I understand, and I'm recognizing through my meditations some of my past that's being presented to me, and I will dive in. I want to dive into that, but there's a little bit of hesitancy because of the financial situation. So I wanted some maybe some advice or some insights that you might have on my financial situation going over the next probably 6 months or so.
My silence is just because I'm looking, and I'm just getting information. So when I get silent, okay. I know it's radio, but my silence literally is just because I'm getting information for you. First of all, Michael, it's very long overdue. This transition that you're going through and that you're coming upon, you could have done this 2 years ago, and you decided not to, and you changed that up, and you ignored it, and you pretended like it wasn't there, and you made excuse of what should or shouldn't happen at that point in time just because of circumstance. So it's long overdue. And,
right.
And I like it. Right now, it feels like it's a great time. It feels like you have the support, and you're always very diligent and very aware of finances and how Earth goes, and you're very good at it because you're a soul that's very earthbound. Okay, you're a very earthbound human, which is great.
Right.
But when I read you, even though you've been practicing earthbound behaviors and earthbound human tendencies, which was a karmic obligation, it was important, you needed to do it, and you pretty much got the brownie button. You got the gold medal, okay?
Sure.
And so when you get the gold medal, then all of a sudden you turn around and looked at your life over this past year and a half and said, okay, that's great. I'm still empty. I've gotten the gold medal. I've worked really hard. And what is it that needs to fulfill me now? Like I said, you jump into things. You're a very passionate man, and you're a very authentic man. But you have to learn everything by doing. Okay, I can talk to you about things. You can understand it, but you're a doer. You like to be involved. You like to learn from experience. That's how you learn. It's what is about you, and so the finances are a given. You're still going to be financially stable. Writing is really important that you need to start doing, and I don't know if you've been doing any of that yet, but that's going to be able to give you the financial income that you're looking for. And this transition, how do I explain this? This whole transition, it's a life transition, and this life transition is going to take about 4 years to completely go from one level of existence to the other level of existence. So I don't want you to think, how do I explain this? I don't want you to think you have to cut off your left hand and to have your right hand. Okay?
Gotcha.
We're going to do a transition. So some of the work that you're doing now, you're going to go by the wayside. It's going to start going out. And we're replacing it with some of the next life and the next stuff that you're bringing in. So your plate's going to still be very full. Your tendency is to only do one thing and to master it. For the next couple years, you need to do both and master both sides and let some of it go and bring the other part in. So the transition might take a little bit longer, and you're not a patient man, okay? You're not a patient man. You like things quickly, and that's fine. But this transition has to take a little bit of time because we don't want to cut off your left hand to replace it with your right. It's okay to have both. So, and you're a timeline person too. I see how you think in timelines. And so take your timeline and fill that 4 years with seeing how you can structure both things to happen. The writing that you're going to do, the spiritual path that you're bringing in, the new businesses that you're going to bring in, because you have 3 new businesses that you're going to start doing. And you being a public speaker is going to be fantastic, which I'm sure you already know some of those things that are going to be coming in. But it's still important to maintain the things that you're still doing. It's not ready to go yet. We're not taking it from you, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to have to balance your time schedule. We're going to have to balance we need to get creative with your daily routine on what you're doing spiritually, how you're going to start bringing all this other stuff in. Like I said, the writing is very important. So maybe writing first thing in the morning from 5 to 7 and then going to work from 7 to, 11 o'clock at night or whatever you're doing. But we can change that up so that we're doing both at the same time. Finances for you are always going to be good. I don't have a problem with your finances. My only concern, and when I say me, it's not me, it's them. The only concern is to be able to get your mind a little bit more broad and a little bit more creative instead of only thinking that you have to do one thing only. You're going to start learning how to do 5 things, okay? And you're task-oriented, but we need to bring both sets in. So do you know what you want to write yet?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you know you're supposed to write yet?
Yeah, actually, I started writing about a year ago or so. So, yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of writing, even more so in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm sure.
Michael writes
because they're urging me.
Blog post said that you would ever read. If you could read his blog, you would know where that message was coming from because he's amazingly gifted.
Oh, well, thank you, Sahvanna. I would like to claim ownership to the words, but they just come and I just throw them on paper.
I believe that.
Yeah. That open channel thing, that's how I write too. It just comes in and you just throw it down and you go, okay, that was good. And then you read it back and you go, wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's funny because I'll get that through some meditation. My guys will say, go back and read what you wrote a couple weeks ago because that's going to answer that question you just asked. And it's like, oh yeah, the writing's not just for the masses, it's for me, and I do have to look at it and read and digest what I've written, and it's great. It's really kind of comical. I mean, they tend to laugh at me for it, but
Isn't it fun? Because I go back and read some of the stuff and I go, wow, you guys did really good. That's awesome stuff.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Sid, I certainly appreciate your insights, and I did take diligent notes as I tend to. So I really do appreciate it, and your insights are right on the money on a lot of areas. So thank you very much for your time and your energy.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. I'll look forward to talking to you again, Michael.
It sounds great. Sid, Sahvanna, sending my love and my blessings to both of you. You take care and have a wonderful evening.
Good night, Michael.
And yourself.
Oh, Sahvanna. Yes. Sahvanna, keep me on hold, please, so I can hear the rest of the show.
Okay. You'll be muted,
Thank
but you'll
you.
be on hold. Okay, Michael.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, great. Wow. Are you tired yet, Sid?
What great people.
Oh, we have the most wonderful community here.
Isn't the funniest thing when I work in this capacity, my body gets so high. Literally, I go out of body completely, and my body gets so high that for hours I will be through the roof for the next couple hours. All of my friends and my family, they're going to be like, God, Sid, go do something.
I know, there is a high. After you do, after you give some really profound messages, and especially if you do it for like an hour or two straight, you do come off with a buzz, a real buzz. I know that.
Yeah, it really is. Well, and because all that universal energy is flowing through my body, and I'm such an open channel to it, so the only thing that my body feels when I'm giving information to people is just that universal love. It's just God's spirit coming through me. Now, once I start tapping back out and coming back much more into the physical world, and I have to actually eat dinner or something like that, but I actually have to do that, then my body gets very tired very quickly. I used to be able to, it's kind of funny, I used to be able to read consecutively for anywhere between 20 and 32 hours, literally straight. I could read for that length of time.
That's amazing.
But my body started really starting to shut down because it was just so much energy in my body that my body started feeling sick all the time. I'd start getting nauseous. I'd get very, very, very depleted so quickly. So I've had to cut that back. Yeah, so I've had to cut that back. Now I can, a good average time for my body is anywhere between 12 and 16 hours a day.
To me, that seems like a very long time. It's amazing that you can withstand that amount of time. I can't take more than 2 hours at a time. So
what I found is that if I stay in it for a longer period of time instead of going in and out, my body hurts more when I tap in and then tap out and tap in and tap out. So on and off and on and off is very painful for my body, and it wears my body out a lot more. When I just stay on, I just look at it and go, okay, I'm on, and then when I'm off, I stay off for a number of hours too. So it's not as painful going in and out.
I could see.
I've made a point of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we still have a full switchboard, so let's go to area code 908. Hi, you're on the air with Sid. What's your question tonight?
Hi, Sid. That was a great intro that you gave. Great stuff that you were talking about.
Thank you.
And hi. Yeah. I wanted to ask about relationship, what you see in that direction. Love life, the same as
honey, who's the guy that you're still hung up on? What's his name?
I'm sorry?
I said, who's the guy that you're still hung up on? What's his name? Because there's somebody that you're still... Go ahead.
Right now, or someone from the past?
Yeah. No, it's still somebody from the past.
From the past. Okay. My husband, he died.
Okay. Once again, my silence is because I'm looking. Okay. So
I know.
I know we're on radio, but my silence is because I'm looking. Honey. Oh, that's a real painful one for you, huh? Let me share this with you. We have many, many, many ways of loving. Sometimes love we feel fits very well, and we come together with somebody and we have a life path and it just happens, and our lives get taken over by that relationship and those circumstances. And that's what happened with you. And when that situation, those circumstances and situations end, whether that's a death or that's a divorce, or it doesn't really matter the actual cause for the ending. But the relationships come apart. We go in a different direction, or relationships end when all of the levels of learning by being together have ceased. And that the only way that we can learn more is by being away from them. And if you look at the tremendous transitions in your life since that time, okay, you keep wanting to reconnect, honey, back to a place where you remembered that it fit. Doesn't matter whether it was perfect or not, but it fit. And I try to teach people, when we're 9 years old and we're girls and we love Barbie dolls, and we have our best friends and we're playing paper dolls and we're playing house and we're doing all that stuff, that fits when we're 9, but that doesn't fit when we're 28, and it doesn't fit when we're 36. So the thing that's holding you back the most is that you keep going back and holding on to what fit you then, but it doesn't fit you now, okay? That relationship, if you were to look at it right now, it would never fit you now. So my thought with you is, okay, if you were a caterpillar and you're becoming a butterfly, then we have to, and you don't even know exactly what a butterfly means quite yet. You're still learning how to be that butterfly because you've always been the caterpillar. But if you're learning how to be that butterfly and getting spots on your wings and having wings and growing, okay, when you're doing that, you need relationships that fit you as a butterfly and the person that you haven't yet become. The person that you haven't yet become. So the relationships that you have now, the situations that you have now, it's only pieces. It's pieces of both. It's pieces of the caterpillar part and it's pieces of the butterfly part, but it's not bountiful. It's not completely full. It kind of fits. It's like if we had a list of 10 things, there's 3 things on the list that the relationship right now fits. You're like, oh, well, I got 3 things. I'm like, yeah, but we want 10. We want 10. We want all 10 things if it's going to be on the list. I
agree. No settling.
Yeah, so, well, it's settling, but it's kind of comfortable right now too. It's really not that big of a deal. And so, but there's an energy coming about you. Some people, this is one of the funniest things that I see humans do, and I don't know anybody out there that really quite gets it. But sometimes we have to get engaged so that we can break up, or sometimes we have to get married so that we can break up. Because when we actually get engaged, when that commitment level, or we have to move in with each other so that we can break up, because we've made excuses along the path of the relationship, and we keep trying to fit it together because we really don't. We're trying to fix it the whole way because we really know we're going to break up. But when we have that commitment to somebody and says, I really want to marry you, all of a sudden you look at that person and you go, wow, you're not the love of my life. You're not that person. And so all of those things, the list of 10 things that you must have, all of a sudden start becoming apparent. They start becoming into the relationship, and then fighting starts happening. Because you say, well, if I'm going to marry you, I need you to be this way. Or if we're going to be married, I need to be this way. So our truth actually starts coming out. So the relationship that you're in right now isn't going to last. And this is the key. You are the going to make the decision, and you don't like to be the bad guy, and you don't like breaking up because you feel bad for him. You're like, he can't really live without me, and I feel sorry for him.
Oh boy. Get on.
So honey, I don't like being the bad guy either, but every once in a while we just have to because it's killing us to stay in a stagnant place going round and round and round in a merry-go-round, and you like to move forward, and you want something awesome. So all you have to do is make that commitment, because by the end of the year, you're going to be very clear about making the commitment to yourself about, I really want it all. I had a wonderful marriage, or whatever it was before. I want something that fits my butterfly. I want the best. I want all of it. And I'm not going to settle, and it's okay for me to go through this transition. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I don't have a problem with him. He's just not your man.
Right.
He's just
in that picture, do you see anybody coming?
That doesn't mean you couldn't be his woman. I'm telling you, he's not your man. He's not enough.
Right. Correct.
He's just not.
In that picture, do you see anyone coming?
I do, but I don't see anybody till next year. Okay? You have a lot of changes. You have lots of movement, and that doesn't mean that you couldn't have. How do I explain it? You need to go play with a number of guys. You're still stuck on the way, the picture of way of the kind of man that you think you want, And I want you to go experience all kinds of other men that you haven't, you don't even know that you could like them or not. By the way, blonde men are good for you. And you usually date dark-haired men.
Yes.
You usually date dark-haired men. And you don't even pay attention to blondes at all.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny.
And I'm like, oh, honey, he's blonde, and he's a musician, and he's spiritual, and he's fun, and he's not practical, and he's not stagnant at all, and he's actually younger than you. And that doesn't fit the picture in your head. And I'll tell you what, you're going to have a phenomenal relationship with him if you just start looking for a different look for yourself. Quit getting stuck on where you used to be. Barbies were great when you were 9. They don't serve you when you're 28. Okay? So look for new men. It's okay to look for new men and to go experience a number of them. Go play. Go play this next year. You need somebody instead of being in a, how do I explain it? You're stressed in this relationship because you just don't want to make the commitment to leave, and because you don't want to be the bad guy and you feel sorry for him. End this relationship by the end of the year. It's important because it's not what you want. It's not what you want. 3 things on the list of 10 things is just not going to do it. Period.
No. So when you say next year, you don't mean far into next year, do you?
Well, it depends on how quick you decide to get out of this relationship.
Okay. Right.
You know, believe it or not, if you changed your mind about being alone, I know you don't like being alone, but if you changed your mind about that alone means you can experience a number of men and you're out having fun and it's a great summer, think about when you're in high school or college. You're like, oh my God, we had so much fun. It was summer fun. I had this boy and that boy, and we had all the kinds of things, and we were dancing and we were kissing and we were having a good time. Okay? If you got yourself back into having fun, actually having fun, and laughing and giggling and playing and having good people around you, you wouldn't be worrying about whether you're going to have him in February or November. You'd be like, I'm having a ball. Okay. So quit worrying about the. Look at the experience, okay? Yeah, and I'm telling you, start paying attention to younger blondes.
Okay, I will.
Younger, sweet pea, younger.
Sounds good to me.
That's uncomfortable for you. That's uncomfortable for you to go out with a younger guy. And I want.
No, I'd be okay with that. That's okay.
Yeah, you need a younger man, and blonde, cute, tall. How can you beat that?
Could be worse.
Right. Sounds good.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds great. Okay. Thank you so much. It was you said a lot of very, said things that were completely true, and so I've been enjoying listening to you. So I'll look for your show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. You know what? I'm looking forward to my show too. I think it's going to be a fantastic fit for me and for everybody else.
I think so too. You're great. You're great.
Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
And everyone, just to remind everyone, Sid will be on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is just her debut or her introductory show, but her regular time is Thursday at 8 p.m. So you got to catch her every week. So I guess we probably have time for one more call, Sid. If you like, we still have a
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Let's take area code 330. Hi, you're on the air with Sid. What's your question tonight?
Hi, Sahvanna. This is Reginald.
Hi, Reggie. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, as you know, I'm always focused on my spiritual life, very dedicated. And I want to know, Sid, what do you see as far as, I'm taking it one step at a time, but I really want to do my work on a wider scale, and I know I have to do it slowly, but what do you see as far as my spiritual career for a time? Where do you see that heading?
Reggie, are you working on? Have you? Because I'm just tapping in very quickly. I don't know exactly the time frame that I'm tapped into. Have you been working on doing healing with people yet?
You know, I'm just getting certified for Qigong healing. I'm taking the classes now.
Okay, that is exactly where you need to be, and what is going to happen because of your ability? You're a healer, honey, and you're not fully open. Your body system is not fully open, so we need to be able to get your whole body system online. And how do I explain this? We have chakra systems, we have energy systems, and we have electrical grids in our body. And your electrical grid, we're an electrical source. That's why if we have a heart attack, they actually electrocute us so that we come back online. Your electrical system is down. So whoever, how do I explain how to do this for you? If you're in meditation and you're laying on like flat, okay, on your back and you're looking up, I want you to have your masters and teachers and guides all around you, okay? And I want them to pull your electrical system up out of your body. And and what you say to them is that you want your electrical system online now. And they can transfer all of the energy systems and you've short-circuited some of your electrical system. That's why when you're working with people, your full system isn't on, and so you get some energy going to them, but not enough. Okay, so then you get your electrical system on, and it's literally yours looks like about a 1-inch square cube is how it's all outlined in your body. Then we take that and we put that back into your body. Okay, so you're raising it above. It back into your body, and then you have them put your body online to that electrical system. What happens when you do something like that? You'll probably feel sick for a couple of days. You'll get nauseous. Your head will ring. You could get really disoriented. But just rest, drink lots of fluids, and rest and stuff like that, and sleep as much as you possibly can, because it's very exhausting getting your body vibration up to the levels that it needs to. But you're a healer, and you're supposed to be able to have all of your body aligned correctly so that you can heal other people. What that does is it's going to put you on a completely huge path. It's going to be fantastic for you. It's the thing that you've been asking for. It's the thing that you've been wanting, and you can find a number of different ways on how to heal and how to heal other people. I would also suggest you doing some pranic healing as well, from some pranic masters. I know that there's some in California, but you'd have to go online. I don't even know where they're at this point in time. But if you could do some weekend retreats or some week retreats at a pranic center or from a pranic master, he can get your body completely online so that you can have your energy flowing through you. You're supposed to be able to do it, but the thing that I like about you is that it's coming through your head and it's coming up through the bottom of your feet as well and out through your hands. And you're very, very psychic. You're very intuitive, so you can process the information quickly, but we need to be able to make sure that you can get it out of your body instead of holding on to it, because you're an intuitive. And because you're an intuitive and you hold on to it to learn the information, your body takes it on. That's why your body's not working correctly, is because your vibrational system isn't up correctly, your electrical grid is blown in some of the places, and you keep holding on to it. So we want to get it transferred through your body, out through your feet, so you don't hold on to everybody's issues, so that you can actually heal, and then you can heal them. Okay? But it's going to be fantastic for you. That's your calling. That's what you're here to do. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I speak really quickly when they're giving me information like that. Do you understand what I was trying to tell you, honey?
Yes, I definitely understand it. Very much so.
Okay. Okay. And how are you sleeping?
I'm somewhat halfway. I'm staying up later, you could say, but I'm sleeping okay. Okay.
And how much water are you drinking?
I drink a lot of water. That's one thing I really drink. I don't really drink juice or pop or anything like that.
No. I'd really like to see you drinking some green teas or some different herbal teas and stuff like that. Your water intake needs to increase too, especially if you're going to change your vibration level. And
okay.
Sleep-wise, you're not going into a deep sleep. You're not going into that theta level that I'd like you into. Maybe some hypnosis tapes or something like that, or like a real deep meditation tape before you go to bed, so that your personal body can heal a little bit better, because you're still, I see you still holding on to everything. So we've got to get rid of that for you, so that your health concerns me. Because your body system is all over the place. So we need to be able to get you online correctly so that your body stays healthy. So your body stays vibrant and vital. Okay? Not that you have illness, because that's not what I'm speaking of. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But your body system gets depleted very quickly. Very, very quickly. That's why I'm like, I don't even know why you're not sleeping enough for you to heal. Okay? So we need to get that online for you, okay?
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. How old are you?
20.
Wow. You're karmically contracted with a little boy here too. You don't have to be the father of this child, but you have a boy that you're supposed to have tremendous influence on, and you're to raise him. He's dark. He's a very dark-skinned, dark-haired little boy, and you're to raise him. So it will very much be a parenting role. That doesn't, like I said, that's not you necessarily being the father, but because I don't feel that it's coming from your body. But I'm telling you have a karmic contract with a little boy here, and he's phenomenal, and it will make your life fantastic. It will provide so much for your life and your world. It will be very wonderful. So when this child comes to you with this opportunity, and this child comes to you, and it's by the time you're 27, well, it could be 24, but by the time you're 27, that karmic contract is supposed to be done. Please say yes. Please say yes, because it would be the best thing for you ever.
Okay.
Please say yes to that one.
Okay, then.
It'll be awesome for you, because I'm like, wow, where's that little boy coming from? It'll be perfect for you. Please say yes to him.
Okay, I definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, that way you can heal some of the relationship issues that you got with your family and stuff like that, and that can just be transformed over. It'll be great for you.
Okay. Thank you. And I look forward to your show and speaking to you again.
Thank you.
Very much so.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Please stay in touch, and anytime you need my information, please call.
Okay, thank you. And Sahvanna, thanks as always.
Oh, anytime, Reggie. We'd love to hear from you.
I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. Blessings to you, my friend.
You too. Bye.
Don't we have the greatest community here, Sid?
You know, you really do. You really do. It's so nice to be a part of it and to watch people. You know, it's funny. I've watched each one of the callers this evening. They have diligently over the last number of years really been working on themselves and really trying to put themselves out there to the fullest of their ability, which we were just talking about, you know, in the beginning of the show tonight. That they want to be able to achieve. They want to have that. And when you find people that are like that, it's just phenomenal. It makes my heart happy. You know, it makes my soul happy. It's just things like, yay, you guys are doing a good job.
Every one of them they're all light workers. Every one of them. So and
they really are. Yep.
So
and it's a wonderful thing.
You're amazing, Sid, and you know your readings they're just profound, and I could tell that some shifts occurred during those readings. You know, I could feel that.
You know, and yeah, you can feel it, and the people that want that. It's funny because I have a karmic contract here with my guides that the people that come to me, the only people that are allowed to come to me are the people that are going to work on their life, and the ones that really change their life, the ones that are not necessarily ready, because it doesn't mean that they're ready or not, but their life will change and they will transform from my energy and being a part of having a conversation with me or even being in my presence. And because I have that commitment here and because I stand in that truth at all times, people that share any experience with me at all, if that's literally the grocery store clerk, you know, and I say hi to them, or we have a conversation like this evening, their lives transform. They immediately start on a path of not only complete enlightenment, but to the place that they resonate the best at. And so it's nice to watch it. It's great to have it and to experience it, and to not only to be a part of it, but to have other people hearing it at the same time. You know, they're like, wow, that person's life changed because of that conversation.
Absolutely.
And it invites them to have the same thing, obviously.